Okay, welcome back. Let's get into a bit more of the learning. Now, this morning we spoke about increasing our conversion rates and our lead generation. What we're now going to do is put some of that into a bit of an action plan. Now, what I'm about to show you is a formula I came across a few years ago that I believe is one of the simplest and easiest ways of understanding your business or developing business to the next level. So what it does is it breaks the business down into three main components, or what I call sales drivers. Now, the first sales driver is the number of customers. So that's the amount of customers that come and into your store on a day-to-day basis or weekly basis, depends on your store. Second sales driver is the number of transactions. So that's how often they come. I mean, do they come 5 times a week, once a month? I know it'll depend on your business, but it's good to understand these sales drivers. The third and final sales driver is the average dollar sale. Okay, so that's how much they spend with you. I mean, in retail terms, that's the basket size. So when we multiply these together, the number of customers by the number of transactions, what do you think we get into in our business? Yeah, not so much around about profit, but it's more about turnover. So we get turnover. Alright, so if you turn to page 6 of your manuals, you'll see this formula on there with some blank spaces. What I'd like you to do is to put your numbers for your business in the relative spaces, and you can see how it can work for your business. Now, we're going to do some interesting stuff with this. Now, my business I'm going to call Fish Tails. Okay, so in Fish Tails, if we look at the number of customers, now on a week basis we get between 800 and 1500 people through the door. So on average for the week, Fish Tails, number of customers, we do around about 1,000 customers a week. Number of transactions, some people come back 5 times a week, some people you don't see anymore. So on average they come back about twice a week. Average dollar sale, if they buy a coffee, it's $2.50 sale. If they buy a lunch, it goes up to $7.50. But if we average it over the full week, it works at about $5 for my basket size. So, where's my accountant in the room? Okay, Peter. So, if you can add this up, 1,000 by 2, what's my turnover for Fish Tails? $10,000. Okay, now, everybody got all their numbers in? Great. Alright, so if we look at number of customers. Now we spoke this morning about Yellow Pages ads, your direct mail, getting a better response from your direct mail and your follow-up afterwards. We also spoke about flyers and brochures. Now, I want to talk about local ads, getting better headlines in your ads and really getting a better response from your advertising dollar. Now, do you think if all those strategies we spoke about this morning, if you pop them into your business and really worked a little bit smarter around about how you did your advertising, do you think you could increase your customers? Now, not talking about doubling it or tripling it, let's say by 10%. Does everybody think that they can do that? Great. So, let's take our number of customers at Fish Tails from 1,000 up by 10%, and we get 1,100. Number of transactions. Now, next sales driver. Now, we spoke about this morning about getting your customers to come back. Loyalty cards. Buy 5 coffees, get the 6 free. Newsletters. What the content you could put in your newsletters. And we spoke very deeply about contacting your customers more often. We found that your existing customers are your best people to buy from you again, so we really need to keep that contact going. We also spoke about thank you cards. So if you go back to your business and implement some of those strategies, do you think we could get more people through the door or that frequency up a little bit? Just by 10%. Okay, great. So let's take our number of transactions for Fish Tails from 2 to 2.2. Okay, average dollar sale. Now, this is a really interesting one. How does McDonald's do it? Yeah, when you go in and you say, can I have a hamburger and a Coke? Would you like fries with that? It's all that upselling and cross-selling techniques. Now, you can go in there and you can say, I'll have a hamburger, a Coke and fries. I mean, we don't even call them chips anymore, we call them fries. I mean, what do they say when you say that? Oh, would you like an apple pie with that? You know, so it's all about that, getting the a little bit more out of every customer that walks through the door. In my business, if somebody had bought a pie, would you like sauce with that? If they bought a Coke, would you like to get a larger size for 50, 60 cents? All those sort of techniques. So if you go back and really concentrate on the average dollar sale and try and get that little bit extra out of everybody that walks through the door, do you think we can increase our average dollar sale just by 10%? Okay, great. So let's take $5 to $5.50. Okay, so where's my accountant in the room? Great. Peter, add those up. Now, we should have increased our business by 10%, haven't we? Yep. Okay, so that's 13, 310. 13, 310, that's 33% increase just by working on 3 areas of your business. What are you doing in your business to really drive your profits further? I mean, it's a fairly simple way of developing and really pushing your business forward.